So the seepage control in the earthen dam, you want to discuss about the today's topic, that is the seepage control in the earthen dam. You need to be consider the foundation part as well as superstructure of this earthen dam, and how it is to be controlled. So the water seeping through the body of the earthen dam or through the foundation of the earthen dam may prove harmful for the stabilities. So which may be affected, that is because of this seepage, that is one of the aspects, may be occurred due to the landslides, may be occurred due to the structural fault, may be occurred due to the hydraulic fault. So causing the softening of the material and slugging of the slopes. So the seepage failure is the major failure occurred in the earthen dam. And why it occurs? Because of the development of the poor water pressure inside the dam. So it may also causing the piping either through this body, either through the foundation, and thus resulting in the failures of the dam. See here, look out, this is a section of the dam. Seepage control is needed now here, especially for the dams, and how it is going to be controlled. Then what would be the provisions? What would be the provisions? Then diagnostic study for the earthen dam must be required. So the seepage control in the earthen dam, you have to look out, that is the seepages are to be takes place. Phreatic line is also located within the body of the dam, and how this failure may be occurred. This is a groundhog burrow, then muscat burrow. So such type of the cavities are to be generated because of this burrowing the animals. That is major part, and you need to be control it because of almost the outermost part of the dam is made it with the pervious material. Otherwise, the central part, impervious core, is made with the impervious part of this material. Mostly clayey soil we have to utilize for the central impervious core. Now, seepage control through this embankment, how it is to be controlled, what type of the provisions. So the first one is the drainage filter, called the proper drains must be provided in the form of, these are the categories of this drains. First one is the rock toe drain, second one is the horizontal blanket and chimney drains now here. So these are the provisions inside the dam so that you can be control the seeping water within the embankment. I am not talking about the foundation, I am talking about the embankment. And this provision of such filters are helpful to reduce the poor water pressure in the downstream portion of the dam. It doesn't create the pressure, so it because of creating the pressure inside the dam, so where the causes of the failure is takes place. So for increasing the stability of this earthen dam, so permitting steep slopes and thus affecting the economy of the construction. So mostly in case of the earthen dam, better to prefer the mild slopes. So it also checks the piping by migration of the particles. This drain consists of the graded coarse material in which the seepage is also collected and moved to a point where it can be safely discharged. So multi-layer filter, generally called inverted filter or reverse filter, is provided. See here, this is the embankment part, this is the head of waters. You see that is the toe parts we are considering, that is h by 3 is the toe height, and the impervious foundation, completely homogeneous sections. And if you have to observe the homogeneous embankment means that is the dam is made it with the same material, same properties material. And the limit, upper limit, this blue line indicates the phreatic line or called as the seepage line. And if there is no provision of the filter, see here, if on the downstream part, that is the toe part, if there is no provision of the filter, then what will happen? So the phreatic line is goes away from this toe section. If the toe height is provided approximately up to this h by 3, that depends upon the head of water which is available on the upstream part, and it goes away from this downstream phase, so that again the chances to cause the failure in these circumstances. So for our main aim is to provide the filter over there so that the phreatic line is attracted towards the filter material, and instead of going away from this downstream phase of the dam, it tries to attract towards the filter, and this phreatic line try to brings towards the toe filter or rock toe filter, and it should be lies within the body of the dam. This is one of the options. The various kinds of the drains are commonly used: rock toe or toe filter. Rock toe consists of the stones. See the materials for the rock toe or the toe filter. It consists of the stones of size usually varying from the 15 to 20 centimeter. A toe filter is provided as a transition zone between the homogeneous embankment fill and the rock toe. Toe filter generally consists of three layers of the fine sand, coarse sand and gravel. Please remember. So the layers, how to fix up the layers, we'll look out in the next part, that is in diagram. Then height of the rock toe is kept, means coarser material you have to keep at the first and finer material should be at the bottom, or vice versa. You keep the finer material at its top and coarser material should be at the bottom. So the height of the rock toe is kept between 25 to 35% of the reservoir head. Top of the rock toe must be sufficiently higher than the tailwater depth so as to prevent the wave action of the tailwater. See here. So how this layer is going to be takes place. This is a rock toe layer. You see that is a finer material is at the top, coarser material is below to that, that is a fine sand, coarse sand, then gravel is provided, and this is the toe filter. This is for the rock toe filter. This is for the horizontal filter. There are the two layers. Coarser material should be kept at its bottom. Finer material should be kept at its top. And if we are providing the horizontal drain filter in layers, so that way we are providing. Now, because of the provision, you see this is a dotted line. So the phreatic line tries to bring, and it should be located within this toe. Therefore, it could not be goes away from the structure. See here for this horizontal drain now. So this is the way to provide. Then let us see the discussion on horizontal blanket or the horizontal filter. So the horizontal filter extends from the toe, that is from the downstream end, which at inward side, that is up to a distance varying from 25% to 100% of the distance of the toe from the center line of the dam. So know the center line of the dam, that is axis of the dam, from this axis of the dam, so it should be lies up to this 25% to 100%. Generally a length equal to 3 times the height of the dam is sufficient. Blanket should be properly designed as per the filter criteria and should be sufficiently pervious to drain off the effectively. Then horizontal blanket or horizontal filter, see here. So the location of the phreatic line should be lies at a distance of 0.3 times of the HC. HC is this is the top width. So top width, this is the upstream face of the dam. This is the line where the pre-board is also provided, and this entire length, so 0.3 times of the L. Suppose you call the HC is the length L, then 0.3 times of the L we are providing, and locate the beginning point of the phreatic line here. Then need to locate the directories also here. So we'll see that is what is the exact procedure to locate the phreatic line in next lecture. Before to that, we'll see that is this is the directories is a very important part. Because of that, you have to draw a circle, and according to that circle you have to find out the what type of the failure may be occurred. That is now the productions. Then next part, see the horizontal blanket or horizontal filter diagram. Then seepage control in earthen dam. Horizontal filter not only helps in bringing the phreatic line down in the body of the dam, but also provide the drainage of the foundation and helps in the rapid consolidations. So, but the horizontal filter tries to make the soil more pervious in the horizontal drain. So, chimney drain is provided, that is at the central impervious core. When large scale stratification is occurred and filter becomes the insufficient, that is toe filter and the horizontal filter, in a such case vertical filter is going to be provided, placed along with the horizontal filter so as to intercept the seepage, and such an arrangement is called as the chimney drain. So sometimes a horizontal filter is combined with that is with the chimney drain, placed along with a rock toe filter. See the diagram. So this is the chimney drain is located along with this central impervious core, and it should be provided on the downstream side. And this is the horizontal filter. So this is the casing part. So the crest, and we are going to provide it so that the seepage is going to be controlled because of this chimney drain. See here the chimney drain. See how the seepage is going to be controlled, and almost all the phreatic lines should be attracted, bringing towards this vertical filters or toward the chimney drain. So these are the major things we have to provide it for the toe drain, foundation drain. See here the foundation drain, that is a cross drain. Then this is a blanket drain. This is a toe drain, where the provision of different layers, that is a finer material should be kept at its top, and the coarser material should be kept at its bottom. This is a transition filter. This is a chimney drain. So this way we are providing the filter. So the filter for controlling the seepage, filters are playing the major role. Second thing is that in foundation, impervious cutoff is provided. So various impervious cutoff made of concrete material, maybe with the sheet piles, may be provided at the seam, or that is now at the hill part of the earthen dam. So particularly for the Kalyan percolation tank, that is the dam located at the Kalyan village, and it has the problem of the losses. Water is not getting stored, and it should not be kept up till this year now year. Seepage is always there. This is a percolation tank, allow the percolation, but up to a certain limit. So the infiltration rate is too high in case of the Kalyan dam. Then for controlling those leakages or this loss, so there is need to provide the impervious cutoffs. If we are providing this impervious cutoff on the upstream part, then better to control the loss now here, where you have to reducing the infiltration rate now here. So that would be possible. So the such type of the provision are always provided, and also we are recommended for this Kalyan dam now here, so as to achieve the effective control on the seeping water. When the depth of the pervious foundation strata is very large, a cutoff up to a lesser depth may be provided. If cutoff reduces the seepage discharge by a smaller amount, then 50% of the depth reduces the discharge by the 25%. See, if we are providing the 50% depth up to the hull strata, then 25% discharge is going to be controlled, and 90% depth reduces the discharge of 65%. Means 65%, if you are reducing this loss, then definitely you have to retain those 65% of the water inside the dam. So that would be the possible to control this loss now here. See here what type of the provisions. Actually we are providing the HDPE sheet, that is a polyethylene sheet on this upstream part for the Kalyan village, Kalyan dam, and the vertical cutoff is going to be provided on the upstream part, so that the seepage loss must be controlled. This is one of the option where you have to control the losses now here. So effect of this partial cutoff on position of the line of the seepage now. Now the seepage control through the foundations by utilizing the impervious cutoffs. This is the impervious cutoff. Cutoff trench is provided along with the central impervious core. So the losses should be maintained here. There is no leakages inside the dam because of this impervious part of this cutoff now. Now another part, that is how to control the seepage in the earthen dam. It's very important part. Relief wells and the drain trenches. This is one of the option. When large-scale seepage takes place through the pervious foundation, overlain by thin pervious layer, there is a possibility that water may be boiled near to the top of the dam. So such possibility can be controlled by constructing the relief wells or the drain trench through the upper impervious layer, so as to permit the escape of the seepage water, as good as the relief wells. So as good as it is similar to the well, it is going to be provided on the downstream part, and the possibility of the sand boiling may also to be controlled by providing the downstream beam beyond the toe of the dam. So the weight of overlaying material in such see the diagram. As per the diagram, you have to look out this vertical relief wells. See here in the earlier case, seepage control, yeah, that should be the control because of the provision of the relief wells and the drain trenches. Then what way the relief wells are provided? So this is the exact location of the relief well. Here we have to observe there is the provision of the relief wells and the drain trenches. Drain trenches are going to be provided. See, the trenches are provided inside this dam, and where you need to control the failure now here. So the protection, another part, that is protection of the upstream slope. Upstream slope of the earthen dam is going to be provided against this erosive action of waves by stone pitching or by stone dumping. Thickness of the dump rock should be about 1 meter and should be placed over a gravel filter of about 0.3 meter thickness. And filter may be prevents the washing of the fines from the dam into the riprap, and the provision of such dump riprap has been found to be the most effective and has been to fail only in the 5%. That is, the protection shall be carried only by carried out the pitching of the stones. So here the pitching of the stones, how this pitching of the stone is also carried. So look out the diagram and the photograph. See here the pitching of the stone is to be carried. These are the gravels provided, but you have to maintain the proper slope. As per the slope, you try to maintain it, and particularly we have to utilize the different machinery to carry out the pitching by putting the pressure over the stones and complete the part. So the stone pitching hand packed riprap requires lesser thickness. So instead of the stone pitching, you have to prepare in some of the cases concrete slabs or the precast members which has been laid over the slope of the dam. So the such slabs are constructed. They must be laid over the filter, weep holes, and permit the escape of the water. If the filter is not provided, then fines from the embankment may get washed away, just like the that is through the piping and away from the joints, creating hollow beneath the slab and causing the slab protection have been found to fail in about the 36% of these cases. So this is the slope protection part. See here how the slope is going to be protected, particularly for the earthen dam. Then protection of the downstream side on the earthen dam. So we are providing the berms. Also we are providing the turfing on the downstream part. So the erosive action of due to the rain and runoff by providing the horizontal berms at a suitable interval, also providing the drains along the slope of this dam, but it should be lies along the lane and where the water is getting safely drained out because of the heavy rain. So this is the slope protection. See here at different location the drains are provided. See here at the different location drains are provided so that the water can easily pass and drain out through these drains, and it should be goes away from the structure. So this is the way to protect the slope of this earthen dam. Now safety measures. Dam safety can be ensured if the following aspects, that is hydraulic failure. Such type of the failures can be avoided by providing adequate spillway capacity, pre-board, proper maintenance of the gate that is required. Seepage failure may be taken, that is controlling the seepage failure, providing the filter at the toe to minimize the movement of the material. Seepage line should be within the body of the dam. Provision of the settlement after the composition of the dam be made from a normal 1% of the height to a maximum of 6%. Then structural failure in spite of the geological and the foundation investigations. So you have to be done prior to the dam construction, that is pre-construction measures as well as the post-construction measures, as geological problems may be arise such as the induced seepage, earth tremors, sliders, then gougy seams and slugging in the vicinity of the dam and the reservoir area surface during the construction or several years. So the periodic geologic technical inspection must be required. Then resolution of the potential problem must be required. So that way you have to control and achieve the safety for the dam. And earthquake, regarding earthquake failure, necessary provision shall be made in the design of a dam to account for additional forces due to the earthquake. Then another part, so today I doesn't discuss this flow net, because of that, that is a sufficient part. We'll go for this. I think, do you understand this?